Hello Cancer, welcome back to my channel. This will be a tarot reading about the person who loves you. So this is a love-centered reading on your special person, the one who loves you. And it will be a spread, having a look to see what's coming up around you, what the energies could be around you in matters of love, Cancer. So I will be doing an extended as well, and the extended is going to explore how the other person feels. Okay, it's more centered around them and what's going on their end, Cancer. So this is more about maybe how you are feeling and what you're interpreting in terms of your romantic lives. And if you wanted to tune into the extended, Cancer, you'll find the link available in the show more section. So let's get out some cards here, Cancer, and see what's coming up. Okay, some confusion and possibly some heartache here, Cancer. This is a very auspicious time for you in your love lives right now. You've come up as the Chariot, so often when I see you come up as your sign, well, any sign come up in the cards, it can indicate massive changes, big transformations, destined connections. And you are coming up as the Chariot card here. So a lot to do with emotion. And we do have two different chapters, two different aces that are coming up next to you. Now, for a lot of you, the two aces and the Three of Swords can indicate choosing between two different people or currently involved in two different connections. And there may be some sort of confusion because I feel with the Three of Cups, there is a loss. So some of you might be grieving a loss. You know, maybe there's been distancing. Maybe you felt like you've lost someone. There's a lot of confusion. But these aces are coming in together, Cancer. So if those of you that don't have a third party and, you know, aren't choosing between two different people, the Chariot card can very well be your past, Cancer. So there may be someone from your past coming back in for some of you. Okay, that you've had a past connection to, that you've mourned the loss, and they're coming back, or you've been thinking about them quite a lot. I don't know, Cancer. On the left-hand side, I see pain and hurt here. I see loss. You're sad about something that didn't go how you want it to, and you're actually looking back and possibly revisiting memories. The Seven of Pentacles is looking back at how far he's come in a situation, and he's sort of like, his head is rested on his hands and he's raked up, and you have a history with someone, or there's someone here who means a lot to you. These pentacles can represent things like memories, conversations, feelings. And look at this, you know, this large bush is full of these pentacles here. So you obviously, there's something here, Cancer. But there's loss associated. Five of Cups is a melancholy energy. It's sadness. It's mourning the loss of something. I don't necessarily feel like some of you want to put a person behind you. Okay, a relationship, these two cups that are left, two cups, two aces. I don't know if some of you have given a lot of attempts at a relationship here, and maybe you're giving up. Okay, you feel like you feel helpless in a situation. Maybe you feel underappreciated. Maybe in some parts you even felt downgraded by someone. But what's coming up in the cards here is you are mourning that loss, Cancer. But you have a lot more power to turn things around than you think you do. A part of you are losing hope, but look what's sitting next to you here. This is you in the Chariot card, symbolizing triumph, success. But it might be your initiative, Cancer. It might be you that has to move the relationship forward. You may have had many attempts at this, but you might want to have another attempt at it, because the two aces are coming in together. So for some of you, it might not be two separate people. For some of you, it's you and this person. You're wanting to connect very strongly. You're both wanting a big chapter with each other. Could it be different ways of coming forward, different ways of wanting a relationship? Maybe one of you want this kind of relationship with more consistency, with more loyalty, with more, you know, the pentacles represent things like tradition. So maybe someone's coming through here with a traditional relationship, but the Ace of Wands, this is a different a different version. This is more opportunistic. It's more to do with passion. It's more to do living in the moment and not planning too far ahead. Maybe not your traditional relationship. So there may be two very different views. But underneath it all, they both represent aces. So it might be that right now you're not seeing eye to eye with someone. You're not seeing your ways of conducting yourselves as lovers, as partners in a relationship is very different. And maybe this is where some of you are struggling because you feel it's a very different approach with these aces. So if it's not those two people, and some of you, I do feel like some of you may have options in love, Cancer, and it's really with you here, but you will end up choosing someone because this is your card. And you have the black and the white. You might be very settled. See how the sphinxes aren't, they're seated here. They're settled. They're calm. So things might calm down more. You might be much more settled emotionally than you previously were. So some of you may have to give it time. You may have to be patient in this situation. But things could definitely settle. Things could definitely calm down and reach emotional. I mean, this is success though. If this is your energy with the Chariot card, you feel like you want to be exclusive with someone because the Chariot was seen in the public eye. He was known. There's recognition, there's awareness. This is like, solidifying. This is sealing the deal, Cancer. That's what I want to say. This is like the changing of the relationship status online, the posting of pictures together, the reveal to your friends and family that you're with this person. This is really making things official. And it's amazing how far you can come from feeling this, how you can go from the Three of Swords to confusion, to your heart telling you one thing and your mind telling you another, thinking about it, the loss, doing something about it, working through different approaches to a relationship and ending up with these aces on the right-hand side. This is fantastic. This is fantastic, Cancer. But I do want to say you're going to be the quintessential, someone is making you be the quintessential Cancer. You're emotional over this person. You're thinking about them. There's moodiness, there's sadness, there's attachment here. The best parts of you and the worst parts of you, Cancer. This person is bringing all that out, and that has to say something, right? That has to mean something. If you're feeling so much emotion for this person, then clearly there is something here. There is something to work with. But for some of you, I do want to say that you're hung up, and there maybe have been deception here. And maybe you still need to get to that ace to figure out what you want and if that person can give that to you. So there's some big questions for contemplation coming up for you, Cancer. Because if they've done this Three of Swords and they've cheated or they've deceived or you found out they were talking to someone else, it's going to change things for you. But with you coming up as your sign, it would indicate that perhaps the ball is in your court here, that the decisions you make, the action that you take is going to dictate the future of this connection. So it'll be interesting to see how that unfolds. But look out for this period, this time. We're currently in the time of Cancer. This could be very telling of what happens between you and your special person, the one who loves you. So I will leave it at that, Cancer. Thank you again for tuning in. Please remember this is a very general reading and the extended will be available below. And this is going to explore how your person feels, what they are thinking, where they're at in terms of your relationship, your connection, and your attachment, okay?